They started locking the basement at night. I was 11 when my parents started locking the basement door at night. Not from the outside, from the inside. They never explained it. My father installed a deadbolt that could only be turned with a key, and every evening around 9, I'd hear the metal slide into place. The sound carried through the heating vents. When I asked why, my mother said it was for safety. She didn't say whose. We lived in a rental house on the edge of a town that existed mostly to service the highway. The basement was unfinished. Concrete floor, exposed joists, a washer and dryer in one corner. My father kept his tools down there. My mother stored preserves she never opened. The lock appeared the week after our neighbors moved out in the middle of the night. I didn't see them leave. No one did. But their furniture stayed on the curb for 3 days before the landlord hauled it away. A couch, a mattress, boxes that split open when it rained. My mother wouldn't let me go near it. After that, she started keeping me home from school more often. Said I looked pale. Said something was going around. I wasn't sick. I'd sit at the kitchen table doing workbooks while she cleaned the same surfaces again and again. The counters, the doorknobs, the phone. She wouldn't let me answer the door, wouldn't let me check the mail. Once, I asked when I could go back to school. She said soon. Then she added, "If things stay quiet." I didn't know what that meant. I still don't. One afternoon, I went to get a jar of peanut butter from the basement pantry. The door was locked. It was 2 in the afternoon. My father was at work. My mother was upstairs. I stood there longer than I needed to, my hand still on the knob, listening. There was no sound from below, but I could feel the air pressure shift under the door, the way it does when someone moves in a closed space. When my mother came downstairs, she didn't ask why I was standing there. She unlocked the door, got the peanut butter herself, and locked it again behind her. She made my sandwich without looking at me. That night, I woke to voices, low, muffled, coming from below my bedroom floor. My parents' room was at the other end of the hall. I stood in my doorway and watched the dark under their door. No light, no movement. The voices went on for a long time, too long to be pipes, too uneven to be the house settling. I couldn't make out words, just the rhythm of conversation. 2 people, maybe 3. When I came down for breakfast, my father was already gone. My mother was washing dishes that were already clean. I asked if we'd had visitors. She said no. I asked if she'd heard anything during the night. She turned off the water and dried her hands very slowly. Then she told me that some houses make noises. Pipes, she said. Foundations. She said it happens in older homes. Our house was built in 1987. 2 days later, my father brought home a padlock for my bedroom door, the kind you'd use on a storage unit. He installed it on the outside. He said it was in case someone broke in while I was sleeping. Said I'd be safer if my door couldn't be opened from the hallway. I asked how I was supposed to get out. He didn't answer right away. He checked the latch, pulled on it once. Then he said he'd have the key. That was the moment I understood the lock wasn't for me. It was for whatever might be walking the hall at night. The padlock was never used, but it stayed there until we moved. We left 6 months later. My father said he got a job 2 states away. We packed in one weekend. My mother threw away most of our things we could have used, things she said we didn't need anymore. On our last night in that house, I woke up just after midnight. I heard the basement door unlock, footsteps on the stairs, slow, even, ascending. They stopped at the top. I held my breath and waited for my bedroom door to open. It didn't. After a long time, the footsteps went back down, The lock turned again. In the morning, my mother was already loading the car. I never asked what was in the basement. But before we left, I looked back at the house from the driveway. Every window was dark except one, the basement window. Someone was standing there, watching us leave.